With a blend of resolution and groundwork for future conflicts, the high-stakes and ongoing threats of the Dragon Prince Season 7 concluded in spectacular fashion. Crucial to the plot is Aravos, a crafty elf who is out for vengeance against the Elders and Archdragons. For Leola's death, giving a human the gift of magic was her crime. The Archdragons and older elves put her to death for this deed, which ignited Aravos' unending animosity. He intends to bring Zadia to its knees in the dark as vengeance by destroying the cosmic order. In order to carry out his schemes, Aravos uses Claudia's sadness over her father's death as a tool. They work together to trap Zadia in an unending gloom by releasing ghosts from the in-between world and using the Sun Orb. Under Aravos' orders, Claudia murders Tidebound Tina so that no one can build an equivalent pearl prison to house him. Because of this, Callum, Ezra, and their allies must move quickly before Aravos' strength becomes with Aravos in the season. Aravos takes destruction to a new level by enlisting the aid of a magician and the Moon Primal Stone to bring Avazandum's spirit back to life, thus increasing the stakes. Since only the bites of the other Archdragons may damage Aravos, the mortal vessel Avazandum becomes his weapon in battle. Although Aravos' physical form can be destroyed by an Archdragon's bite, the literature states that his everlasting spirit is untouchable. Everything would fall into place for Aravos' return once his stars align with Zadia. Capturing Aravos during an eclipse sets the stage for the ultimate encounter between Avazandum and Zadia. When Avazandum bit him, he was sent soaring back to the sky. The terrible prophecy when a star dies, everything around it burns to ashes is fulfilled by this act, though because of this, Zubi and all the Archdragons perish. Avazandum had previously slain Rex Igneous in a brutal confrontation earlier in the season. Zim, the lone dragon who has managed to stay alive, is Ozymandias, who is not even an Archdragon yet. Problem with morality in the fight against Aravos, Callum becomes an important character. Now that Tina's death has rendered the Pearl Prison inaccessible, he tries to ensnare Aravos with a cursed coin from Varen's history. But to do so, he must employ black magic, a decision fraught with peril. Fearing he might be used as a pawn by Air Boss Callum, dark magic at all costs. In spite of his reservations, casts the spell, only to have it interrupted by Avazandum's strike. Callum takes a hit, but Aravos is out for the time being. As Claudia did after being exposed to evil magic, he now has a white streak in his hair. In the future, while Callum is fighting to save Zadia, he will have to deal with his increasing affinity for the dark. Callum asks Renan to murder him if Urvos takes ointment of him before the spell, which is a tragic request. Even if the immediate threat has been eliminated, Callum is still feeling the aftereffects of Aravos' dark magic, which means that his influence is far from ending. The unity of Ezra in the middle of all the mayhem, Ezran dares to move closer together. On the very spot where humans and elves once crossed paths, he builds the sanctuary of Evicand, the hope of ending centuries of animosity, and Papaya's front against Aravos is symbolized by this move. Even so has acknowledged the necessity of fortifying their fortifications. Aravos' enormous might is too great for ordinary weapons to handle. More deadly instruments may be made from fire rubies. Concealed endurance secret runes are his suggestion. He is clearly intent on getting ready for Aravos' return, as seen by this undertaking. The unwavering Claudia. Even now, Claudia is Aravos' most loyal disciple, and her disappointment is only in order to guarantee Aravos' revival. She is supposed to refine her magical abilities and search out new spells during the next 7 years. She is a dangerous foe for the Zadia heroes due to her unfaltering devotion and increasing strength. King Harrow's past. The story's dynamics are altered by a major revelation in Season 7. The Green Parrot is where King Harrow's spirit rests. According to Renan's confession, Varen had used the Soulfing Serpent to animate the parrot with Harrow's soul before he was murdered. Because of this turn of events, a subplot involving Callum and other magicians trying to transform back into a human could develop. The intriguing mystery is further enhanced by the fact that the parrot's present whereabouts are unknown. What the Aros key is and how the key of Ros, which was introduced in previous seasons, is another crucial component. Its importance is hinted at in King Harrow's letter to Callum. Perhaps the Start Elf's defeat can be solved with the use of the key that previously opened a magical book in Arrow's library. The heroes may be able to turn the tide if Callum finds out more about this key and how it to Arrow's book goes. An intense and thrilling season finale of The Dragon Prince is presented in Season 7. The finale expertly juggles resolving plot points with building suspense for Season 8's monumental clash. We are all eagerly anticipating the next part of this magical, which continues to capture fans with its sophisticated storyline, compelling characters, and high stakes.